In this video, I will walk you through the installation of Ubuntu 24.04 LTS in a VirtualBox on a Windows 11 PC. Now, this is a step-by-step guide to installing Ubuntu 24.04 LTS on VirtualBox. Now watch this video till to the end and learn how to install Ubuntu 24.04 in a VirtualBox on a Windows PC. Now without further ado, let's get started. Since we're installing Ubuntu 24.04 in a VirtualBox, you must have enabled hardware virtualization on your PC or laptop. Now by default, this feature is enabled and allows you to run and test any OS in a virtual environment. If it's not enabled, you need to check the BIOS settings and turn on hardware virtualization. Once it's enabled, you can verify the status using the Windows Task Manager. It's time to start installing Ubuntu 24.04 in a VirtualBox on a Windows 11 PC. Now go ahead, open your favorite web browser and head over to this link to download the VirtualBox for your PC or laptop. At the time of recording this video, VirtualBox 7.0.16 is having issues with the host computer. But basically, when the VM is configured to use bridged or host-only networking, it may lead the host OS to crash. Now, this issue will be fixed in a few days, so no need to worry about it. But if you decide to use those features, it's better to download 7.0.14 or a stable version of VirtualBox along with the extension pack. But for now, I will choose to download the latest available version of the VirtualBox. While it's downloading, now scroll down and download the VirtualBox extension pack, which provides support for disk encryption, VirtualBox RDP, NVMe, and PXE boot for Intel cards. Once it's done, head over to the second link and click on the button to download Ubuntu. At the time of recording this video, Ubuntu 24.04 LTS is the latest version. Now once it's done downloading VirtualBox, the extension pack, and Ubuntu ISO, place them on your desktop for easier navigation. Then go ahead, double-click on the VirtualBox and follow the on-screen instructions to install it. Once it's done, untick this option and double-click on the extension pack to install it. Now, as you can see, this is the user interface of the VirtualBox. We're going to create a virtual machine for Ubuntu 24.04. To do so, click on the New button, name the virtual machine. Now, this is the folder location where all the files of VM are stored. Then set the type as Linux. And for the version, I'm going to choose Ubuntu 64-bit. Now click on Next. Now allocate the RAM and CPU cores for the Ubuntu virtual machine. I'm going to use 10 GB of RAM out of 24 GB physical memory and 3 CPU cores out of 6 for faster performance. Now make sure the slider stays inside the green color. Then click on Next. Now allocate the storage space of 30 GB or higher. Now this is the summary of the virtual machine. Click on Finish. Now as you can see, we have done creating the Ubuntu virtual machine. Now by selecting it, click on Settings, choose General, Advanced, and set the shared clipboard as bidirectional. Now this allows clipboard sharing between Windows 11 or the host OS and Ubuntu. I'm not going to enable the drag and drop and leave it disabled. Then select Display from the sidebar and increase the video memory to the maximum. Now in case your system has a dedicated GPU or powerful iGPU, you can use 3D acceleration, which allows the Ubuntu VM to use the host machine GPU to render 3D graphics based on OpenGL. If your graphic card is not powerful, it's recommended not to enable this feature. Now select Storage from the sidebar, and under the IDE controller, click on Empty. Then click on this DVD icon and choose a disk file. Now go ahead and import the Ubuntu ISO that looks like this. Then I'm gonna set the rest of the options to default. And that's it, we have done configuring the virtual machine. It's time to start the VM. To do so, click on this Start button. Then click anywhere inside the virtual machine. Now keep in mind that when you click inside a virtual machine, the cursor control will be bound to the guest OS. To release, press the right control on your keyboard to get the control of the cursor back to the host OS. Now choose to try or install Ubuntu 24.04 using the arrow keys and press the Enter key to boot into the live setup. Now go ahead and set the system language and click on Next. Now skip the accessibility settings. Then select a keyboard layout and click on Next. For an internet connection, leave it as wired connection. You can try Ubuntu before installing by choosing this option. But for now, we choose to install Ubuntu. Click on it and choose Next. Then select Interactive Installation. Now from the apps page, you can choose the default selection that installs essential applications, and the extended selection includes more applications. I'm going to choose an extended selection, then click on Next. Then take both options to optimize your computer by installing recommended drivers in this section, then click on Next. For the installation type, choose Erase Disk and click on Next. Now create a user account. Select your time zone and click on Next. Now this is the summary of the installation. Click on Install Ubuntu. It will take a few minutes, so sit back and please be patient. Once the installation is complete, click on Continue to reboot. You don't have to remove the installation media. VirtualBox will do it automatically for us. And voila, now you can see the login screen. Now use the password to log in. And that's it, we have done installing Ubuntu 24.04 in a VirtualBox. Let me jump into a full screen mode. Now as you can see, the VirtualBox is not using the full screen, and we're gonna fix that issue. You go ahead, open the terminal and type this command to update the apt source list. If you see any warning like this, type this command to fix that issue. You go ahead and type this command to install the required packages. Once it's done, type this command to install the generic Linux headers. Now if you run this command to install header files for the installed kernel, you won't see any errors. It's time to install VirtualBox Guest Edition tools that will enable full screen resolution, 3D acceleration, clipboard sharing, and many more functionalities. Using the menu bar, choose to insert Guest Editions. Once it's mounted, open the File Manager, and you will see a CD icon on the sidebar. Now click on it and copy all of the files and paste them into the Documents directory. Then open the terminal and navigate to the documents directory by running this command. Now type ls and you can see all the files we copied. We need to install this file to enable all the extra features of the VirtualBox. To do so, change the permissions to this file by running this command. Now if I type ls again, this time you can see the file color has changed and is ready to be executed. Then type this command to execute the package. And that's it, guest addition support is added to the Ubuntu virtual machine. Now restart the VM to apply these changes. And voila, as you can see, Ubuntu 24.04 LTS runs super smoothly, and you can notice it uses the full screen resolution. You can switch between the window or full screen mode by pressing right control key on your keyboard and F. This is how you properly install Ubuntu 24.04 LTS in a VirtualBox on any Windows PC or laptop. Now, if in case you decide to delete the Ubuntu 24.04 virtual machine, first turn off the VM. Then head over to the main user interface of the VirtualBox. From the sidebar, select Ubuntu and right-click on it. Choose Remove and Delete All Files. And that's pretty much it. What do you guys think about it? If you have any questions, do post them in the comment section down below and I will try to help you. Thank you so much for watching my video. This has been KSK Ryle. I will see you in the next one.